How you doing? Welcome back to my channel. Before I start this video, I just want to thank everyone who commented on my last video. Just some lovely comments in it, and really appreciate it. Got some good views in it as well, so thanks a million for that. Yeah, so the plan this week is to, as you can see behind me, I have that side is covered by the filter house. We have the back polycarb, the side, and the roof. So the plan is this front section now coming into winter, I'm going to make a bit of a frame for polycarbon that, but I will also have a door in it, so I'll have access to the fish just over the windows and that. So it can be completely covered up on every side, and it should give me a bit more heat, a couple of degrees warmer in there. Yeah, so I will spin you around and give you a better idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, so you can see the back piece of polycarb, as everyone here probably knows, that it's not cheap stuff. So that's actually 16mm polycarb on the back. And what I did, if you can see it, was I brought here, there's actually two lengths of 6x2 under it. The reason I did that was just see a price fit. I got 5 meter length, but you can either get it by one meter or 2 meter widths. And it was like basically double the price for the 2 meter width, so I just went for the 1 meter width and just brought it down a bit so I can cover it. It would have been a waste of money getting the 2 meter for the sake of a foot to use out of it and cut and get rid of the rest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the exact same here. So I have some 6x2 timber there, have it painted, and that will be going along the front here just to bring it down a bit. So the plan is to have a 4x2 up here and a 4x2 up there. So I'll have basically one panel here, one panel there, and then in the middle over the window I'll have a separate frame and basically something that I can open so I can get in at the fish. Yeah, so that's the plan today. So the first job is to get these up. As you can see, there's a slight bow on that top part there, so I'll just have to get them as level as I can. Yeah, so I will come back to you when I have them in place. Yeah, so I have a good bit of this front done. I brought it down a bit there, like I was saying, and then just to make a flat surface, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this one going at the bottom so the polycarb can press against it. So, just give you an idea. This section here will have one sheet of polycarb. In the middle I'm going to have basically a door going to there and a door going to there, so it's kind of like a window that will open up there, and then another piece of polycarbon there, so I'll be able to access the pond through the front here on type windows types things. I know it takes a bit away from the pond, but you know, I can take all this front section down in the summertime. I'll probably leave this here, but you probably see there's, as you see there, there's gaps in it. It's just because of the bone, the top piece of wood. So I'm going to fill that in with wood filler and paint it so you won't even notice it. It will be just black the whole way across. Yeah, so I just have to make the 2 door frames now, or window frames, whatever you like to call them, and then get some polycarb ordered. Then the next thing I have to get done is I have a load of offcuts of polycarb from the old pond and covers and stuff like that. It won't work for where I want it there in front of the pond, but I need to make covers inside the pond there. So I'm going to have some 2x1s, 2x1.5s untreated, so there'll be no leakage or anything going into the quarantine. It will get very damp, but it's okay if the wood has to be replaced. Yeah, so I have to make covers on that and there. The tank's currently at 22 degrees and it's causing a bit of a moisture problem inside there. Nothing in there can ruin or anything like that, but still, I don't really want it happening. Yeah, so I got them painted and that. It doesn't look too bad, but again, it's just the gaps there. I just need to fill them in so it'll look a bit more smooth finish. Yeah, so I'll come back to you when I have a bit more progress done in that or in that inside. So I was able to make some covers for this inside quarantine / grow on, just out of some of the odd cuts of polycarb I had and some 2x2 timber. So, you know, it's not perfect, but it'll do the job. So just treat one section polycarb, second section polycarb, and then I just have to make one to get around the shower. So you see, like there is some, well, it's going to be better than it was. You can see that it's still able to get through, but a lot of it's blocked off. So the plan is to put the shelf back up there, have an opening here for the auto feeder. And next big job I have to do is, as you see, there's starting a bit of mold growing over there. There's no ventilation in this room at all. It's something I completely forgot about. So up there, I'm going up around there. I'm going to get have an cheap little extractor fan there, drill a 4-inch hole through it, and then just have it on a plug socket coming back down here and into a plug there. And I'm going to have it on a timer that'll be going on maybe, I don't know, every second hour or something like that, just to give it a raise through, because this tank's going to be heated, so there will be condensation in here. And then also get the walls cleaned down, a bit of mold and that. It's moisture proof plastic board, so, and it's moisture proof paint, but I just have to give it a scrub down and might just paint over them small bit of areas. It's just no ventilation in the room, something I completely overlooked. So yeah, I'll come back to you when I have a big hole drilled in the wall. And the fan is in. Yeah, so what I did was I just put a bit of flex cable on it, and what I'm going to do is put it in a bit of trunk in over to one of these sockets, so it's not, and then put it on a timer. The 4-inch hole drilled in there, and it'll be on the timer. And I want to get them walls cleaned down, mainly just that side there and in that corner, and repaint it. Again, I'll put this in a timer, probably leave it on, I don't know, 2 hours on, 1 hour off or something like that. Yeah, so the base is a kip. Absolute kip. It's up to be able to just click your fingers and be all clean again. And there we go. Yeah, so the fan is up, cable, all the mold and all that has gone off the wall there, and I put another vent up at the back there as well. This is a flow-through vent, where that's a fan going all the way down here on a timer, so it goes on at night and then a few hours during the day and that. And it's made, you can see it kind of on the wall there, that's actually just the paint. It's not actually wet. Yeah, but I'm delighted with it. The last 2 nights now there's been very little condensation in here. And even on the walls and stuff there hasn't been much condensation. So I'm going to leave it for that this week. I suppose while I'm here I'll show you some of the grow on fish, if you can see them there. Mariama, Kahaku, Hiroi, Deutsche Shoas, Hiroi Goshkis, and also I have some Marmite Some Tamasabas. There's one there. There's one really nice one in there, but I think they're a cool little addition. I'll probably end up keeping one and letting go two and put him in the pond in the springtime. There's one really nice one, and I can't see him, but he's down the bottom there. I can't get the camera down and see him. Yeah, but they're, you know, they're all going well, and I don't know if I showed you yet, but I also have this in place. I'll get it set up tomorrow, just go through the instructions. I believe it does 4 feeds. That goes into this with the hole that goes in there. So it stays covered off. I'll get the feeder set up tomorrow. I've just been manually feeding up to now. Yeah, so in the next video I'll get the doors made on the main pond, the windows for the winter, and I'll go into some of these grow-ons in more detail. Again, thanks for watching. Goodbye.